We got a jam-packed day today. A lot of good stuff happening, but definitely fitting 10 pounds of stuff into a 5-pound bucket. It's gonna be one of those days. To start off, we have some B-roll collection shooting. Have the opportunity coming up here to be on a local show and want to go ahead and grab some B-roll. And then they asked for images of what we do. Specifically, we're looking at Marketplace and how it empowers lifestyle. So they wanted some images. They said, well, if you could just B-roll, would that be better? And they said yes. Side note, we, on top of everything else that's going on, are gonna have to start to hit pause on a couple other things. And we got some donations to organize. Catching up on the first stop of this busy morning, my new friend Avery has come out to a recommendation from an old friend Ryan to come. You do some video stuff already. I'll tell your story for you, then you can tell us the good stuff. So homeschool, right? Senior. So you have the flexibility throughout the day to do that. Grabbing some B-roll that we can give to Good Day PA for the upcoming focus on Marketplace. Followed him around with his much, you want to pull that up, his much fancier, nicer.
I brought this,
He brought the real stuff.
It's pretty sweet.
Versus my, cell phone on a stick here. But it all works. So, so for you, you're going to college next year. Are you doing is video stuff a thing that you do right now? Like high school professional?
Yeah, I have a freelance business that I do, video info stuff. Just whatever, weddings, business, stuff like this.
Nice. So if you need someone here, Carlisle, Mechanicsburg, South Central Pennsylvania, comments below. We'll make sure we keep an eye on it, and we'll get you. Sweet. Or do you have what would you?
Instagram.
I'm old. I'm aging myself. Okay, on Instagram, where do you find Avery on Instagram?
Avery's Photos and Videos.
Avery's Photos and Videos on Instagram. We'll put a link below. Make sure you give him a follow. Support the people who support us. B-roll is done. Great meeting Avery and having a chance on short notice for him to come out here and grab what we need to have some footage, proper footage. Not that mine's not proper, but you know what I mean. There's footage and then there's footage. So we got some footage for the Marketplace, for lifestyle. It's gonna help us at Good Day PA, but also gonna help us generally with storytelling around what we're doing here, providing visuals, all that good stuff. Now it is off to the next stop. I've got less than 10 minutes to get to McCarran's Supply to talk about some cabinets, but the good news is it's all of about 3 minutes down the road, so shouldn't be any sweat. We've made it. 10:29 by my car watch, my car clock, which means it's 10:27 in real life. So made with plenty of time, although the guys I'm meeting are already here. Finished up at McCarran's Supply. Cabinets have been ordered / secured. They did have them in stock, so that's going to cut 3 weeks off the timeline, so that's a big win. Originally they were saying maybe get them in a week, could be up to 3 weeks, but since they had them already, we are good to go. We got done there in under 20 minutes. That includes meeting with the designer, getting the quote updated, and talking project management next steps with Gary and Greg. So looking forward to getting a little bit of time back on the calendar now, which also means I need to reorder my brain to figure out what can get done in this additional time. But that's a good problem to have. It's a really good problem to have. Little things that you wouldn't think would be a problem that are. So that weed right there, actually caused all kinds of problems for a minute. It was actually not letting the door latch. So it had grown up to the point where as it was closing, the weed was getting stuck in the door. And then that little crash there that happens to let you know the door is all the way shut and latched wasn't happening. So the proper fix would be to go and pull the whole thing out or get some vinegar to scorch it. For now, I just kicked it a little bit to make it not stand up so much. But we'll need to do a more proper fix later. But realistically, the amount of time it took me to explain that, I could have pulled it out. Got some emails done and taken care of, so now we got to go back across the street. Want to try to stop by the bike shop before go into my building partner's monthly lunch connection. This is Ollie. He's our mechanic. Fixes all the bikes. And now he wants to hide. That's okay.
That's right. I'm not much for pictures.
All right, we're gonna have to call it a wrap for today. I realized that there's a lot of promises that were made about things that were getting done today, and they did happen. It just doesn't make it for good video. So partially that, and partially, as you can tell, it's a little drained. The day itself has started off, super high note, and just kind of, piddled its way down as the day concluded. So we're gonna wrap it here. I think the takeaway is the reality of an overpacked, run everywhere, ping pong type day is this is what you end up looking like at the end of it. Just drained. My brain is legit mush. Thanks for being here. Continue to walk along the journey of me as we continue to build out LifeWorks, not just me, but the whole team here at LifeWorks. We'll catch you on the next one.